Hi, I'm Ross from Energy Matters. Welcome to our podcast, Road to Zero, where we dive headfirst into all things renewable. Join us as we chat with industry experts, tech specialists, and some of your favourite TV and radio personalities, asking the renewable energy questions that you want answers to. Our goal, a zero carbon future. Today, I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by my good mate, John Wright, marketing manager at Goodwe Australia. John, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm very well. How are you?
I am very well, thank you. It's been a very, very busy week, and we've just finished up at Smart Energy, which we're going to talk a little bit more in a short while. I'm sure you've had a very productive and flat-out week.
Yeah, it's been great. It's a whirlwind start to the year. I can't believe it's mid-March already. We've been touring Brisbane and Cairns with our roadshow vehicle, doing a number of different things and projects and networking events to allow our customers to meet our team. And then, we've got the first major industry expo and conference of the year that's just taken place here in Sydney. Great show as always. John Grimes and the Smart Energy Council team do a great job. They're always there for the installers, and it's a great show for us to be at.
No, they're absolutely fantastic. We'll talk more about Smart Energy in a short while, but they certainly are, absolute pioneers of the industry. We love them. John, before we get too involved, a little bit more background on yourself. On my last podcast, we had Dean jump on, who's the country manager for Goodwe. This is the first. We have spoken to you before regarding the Eco Kids, but for those who don't know about you, so you're like a regular now. You're like a regular.
Do I get a trophy or a certificate or something?
That's when you come on your fifth time, mate. Fifth time.
You've
got two more to go. Two more to go after today.
All right.
For those who haven't listened or watched the last 3 times, can you quickly just let us know a quick background as to how you got into the renewable energy industry?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I moved to Australia in 2015. I came from a marketing background, mainly of engineering companies, and kind of stumbled into the solar industry. Really, there was a job opening that was interesting for a distributor, and it was very interesting because I had no experience or background in solar whatsoever. So it was learning from scratch, really. Just getting to know the terminology, the products, and the technology, which is just constantly evolving. That's what really appealed to me, I think, because it was always something new and it was always evolving, always getting better. And it was a great industry to be in because you're doing stuff that make a positive difference in people's lives. And as you always say, it's aiming at that zero carbon future. It's the positive way to go with this renewable energy technology. After that, I moved to Selectronic, who are inverter manufacturer in Victoria, and learned a lot from them. They do great stuff in the off-grid area, and then I had the opportunity to come to Goodwe and join the team here. I've lost count. Is it 2.5 years ago? Yeah, about 2.5 years ago.
Mate, how time flies. I mean, what actually lured you to Goodwe? Were you weighing up Goodwe with a couple other manufacturers and thought, these are the guys I want to work for? Was it just Dean's charming self that got you across?
Well, I could say Dean's charm, and that'll get me extra brownie points with the boss. It was a growing team. I always like a challenge, and the team was a young one in terms of, I guess, average age, but also hungry, ambitious, and Goodwe is a brand that they conveyed some really good messages. And I know the CEO, Daniel Wang, is very focused on changing things around the world in a positive manner. It was just everything just fell into place in the right way. So it's just been great. I've got to do so much and try so many things over the past couple of years with Goodwe.
Absolutely fantastic. And at Goodwe, as you know, we rate Goodwe highly. I mean, very much pioneers of research, development, and innovation. And we've seen some incredible products come out over the last couple of years. Just for those who don't know Goodwe, I'm pretty sure every single person does. But whereabouts are they based? Tell me a little bit more about the manufacturing process.
Okay, so they're based in Suzhou, China, but they have representation all over the world. They're very much a global company. but they have manufacturing facilities in Suzhou. They're about to launch their new manufacturing facility and headquarters this year, and that will be, of course, solar powered with energy storage, with the aim and the goal to reduce that carbon footprint as much as possible for their manufacturing. And they're part of the UN climate action goals. I believe that's the word. So yeah, they're very much involved on a global basis in trying to reduce their own carbon footprint and make a positive contribution to the world, really. They have about 5,000 employees, over 1,000 in R&D, which has doubled since the time I've been here. So yeah, it's very much a company that's growing, and they're continually reinvesting into the company, and yeah, just growing and trying to develop everything in-house.
Which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's super inspiring, when you can actually see the investment any organization puts into research and development, especially given, the fact that you guys are already a global leader of the technology that you manufacture. But the fact is, it seems that quest for more is obviously present, which is absolutely brilliant. And also the fact that you touched on, the realization that they're actually utilizing solar panels to produce their own energy at manufacturing. I mean, that's fundamentally how we achieve net zero when all industries using renewable energy. So that's really, really cool to know, mate. And it certainly says they're putting their money where their mouth is, which is great to know. A little bit more about Goodwe in terms of the technology that you provide, because you were, and how we all knew you guys originally, was as a major manufacturer of solar inverters. However, as we've come to see over the last few years, and more so through the exhibitions that we've just attended in the conference, you guys have evolved way beyond that to like battery storage, EV chargers, even solar tiles. I mean, can you tell me a little bit more about what's actually driven this innovation?
Yeah, I think, again, obviously with the reinvestment in the R&D and the investment to a new manufacturing facility, the aim is to provide it's that old phrase, the one-stop shop solution. But we would truly want to do everything in-house, all manufacturing in-house, all our products made in-house. That's our energy storage, our batteries that use LFP battery chemistry. Yes, EV chargers, they're obviously a thing of the very near future as people adopt to electric vehicles. And we also have our PV building materials division, which is headed up by Apollo here in Australia. And they're developing some really exciting innovations. So we started off with the roof tiles and developed into a lightweight solar panel for low load bearing structures, such as like factories or patios, things of that nature. And now I've released Polaris, which is a carport structure. So again, just providing different opportunities or different ways of adding solar to residences or businesses, where previously there were some restrictions or issues from, again, load bearing or leakages or rusting or roof penetration, things of that nature.
Which is absolutely fantastic. And look, it's good that you've actually identified particular niches in the industry where we're in a market, where there isn't really a complete solution. I mean, the fact you guys are offering a complete solution evolving more towards that is great, because literally from a consumer's perspective, it's always easier to deal with one manufacturer, especially a global one at that, who you can sort of assign, this is what I need, pick the technology, which is Goodwe's, and then have an installer come and install all that technology, which just makes things a lot more cohesive and, integrates within each other, especially the technology and the different features that you can have with the applications. I know you guys have a fantastic app, so it really is good to understand, as you evolve, how all that stuff can obviously come together and just provide that consumer that full smart home innovation, which is absolutely great. John, I do want to quickly talk about Renovate and Rebuild, which is absolutely fantastic. You guys were involved, have been involved, and you're going to be on tomorrow's episode, which I'm really excited about. Episode one last week. Oh, mate, so cool. Episode one last week. Featured a beautiful home in Brisbane. I say beautiful, it's an ugly duckling. So in tomorrow's episode, it will evolve to be a beautiful swan. And look, we obviously featured James Treble's home last week with Longi solar panels. But what a lot of people may not know is that home also features Goodwe's inverter and EV charger. Okay, which is absolutely fantastic. I won't give away too much about tomorrow's episode, but what technology, first and foremost, why did Goodwe choose to get involved in Renovate and Rebuild?
Well, we do a lot of events with our roadshow vehicle, and we do home shows and things. We sponsor other consumer activities as well, and it's to help the consumer who is now doing a lot more research and homework into what's the best solution for me, what are the pitfalls, what do I need to avoid. There's a lot of myths and false information out there. Luckily, there's great websites such as Energy Matters, not to blow smoke, but it's true. There are a lot of great resources out there which provide that independent information to give consumers confidence that whatever they choose for their home is going to be right for them long term, and they're going about it in the right way. Thankfully, I think the days have gone where people have been burnt by underpowered or very, very undersized systems, by cowboys and Phoenix companies that hopefully are going to be a thing of the past very soon. And those consumer shows are very important to us because, again, it's an opportunity for us to help just pass on general advice. It's entirely down to the consumer if they want to choose Goodwe in the future, but as long as we've helped them along that journey and answered some of their common questions and things like you mentioned there earlier, a one brand solution. Again, that reduces a lot of headaches for the consumer. That's a piece of advice we tell people to consider. It's one point of contact, as you say, and you don't have multiple brands all pointing their fingers if there's ever an issue. And Renovate or Rebuild is just another embodiment of helping consumers provide some genuine advice, showcase some of our products, namely energy storage. I think in this case, I won't reveal too much about the feature, but it's presented in a unique environment. And yeah, just to showcase that technology is evolving, technology is safe and reliable, and everyone has a solution for them. It's just finding what that solution is. Sometimes it's just solar, sometimes it's energy storage, future-proof your electric vehicle charger. Yeah, it's everything it's trying to make things as versatile for the consumer as possible.
Which is absolutely fantastic. Well, look, I'm not going to give away anything for tomorrow's episode. You're going to have to watch it to find out. But here's a little preview for anyone who's watching. And if you're listening, hopefully it'll be descriptive enough for you. This is a preview for tomorrow's episode of Renovate or Rebuild.
This area right here really gets a buzz. I mean, we've got the Butterworth signature wipe hole.
Yep.
Breeze blocks. That original staircase in there is epic, and it's exciting.
Look, that doesn't give away much at all, to be honest with you, but it certainly, as you can tell, was a bit of an ugly duckling. Look, I can assure everybody it has evolved into something beautiful. So you definitely want to watch tomorrow's episode, and you certainly want to see the awesome segment that we filmed with Goodwe. Location to be revealed, and look, once again, sort of showcasing their innovation to its max. So there's a few clues for you. Watch tomorrow to put together the pieces. So John, look, we've both pretty much lost our voices. It's been a huge week. The Clean Energy the Smart Energy Council, sorry, John, the Smart Energy Council once again hosted an incredible event. Well done, John Grimes and team. Smart Energy was absolutely awesome. I'm assuming you had a lot of fun. I mean, how important was this year's conference? And I mean, did Goodwe achieve their goals from your participation at the event?
Yeah, absolutely. It's always a great opportunity to chat with our installers. I mean, as you can see, it's March and we're already flat out. We're both like running around. It's crazy. There's so much going on. But it's great to just allow installers to have that meeting point so they can meet our team in person, chat to our tech guys. We're always learning from people, so it's great for us to listen to the installers and listen to retailers and distributors, get that feedback, because that's how you evolve, that's how you learn and grow and rectify things that, things can always be improved upon, and that's what we look to do. We like to work with the industry, and the support from our customers is great.
No, that's amazing. And that's some of the feedback we do get from installers is how accessible the Goodwe team is. And obviously, certainly the impact you guys have at these conferences is huge. You always put up a really, really good stand. Innovation this year, Kilowatt Cafe. I mean, I'm expecting to see a chain of coffee shops appear around Australia where you can power by solar panels and serving Goodwe coffee.
That's it could do, yeah. Java battery bean cafe or something. Yeah. Did you enjoy your coffee?
I did enjoy my coffee. It actually wasn't too bad.
Well, again, it's a show where everyone's busy, and it's just good to have that ability for people to take time out, grab a coffee in us, and meet the team, see the products there, and tell them about what's going on. I mean, we've got some product innovations there, such as we're developing our commercial range. We've got a new SMT 50 to 60 kilowatt inverter, which is great for sort of smaller commercial to medium commercial sized businesses. Got our latest Lynx FG2 high voltage battery, which is a stackable thing, just like Lego modules. They stack on top of each other from 9.6 to 28.8 kilowatt hours. So it can power really homes of all sizes, but that can parallel up to 8 of those towers. So you can power a really big commercial facility with that one battery system. So that's a great innovation for us. But it's also good to tell people about what else is happening. Like you mentioned, the app. We've got a new version of the app coming later this year. Again, we're learning, listening to feedback, and making improvements where they need to be made. And also developing our service offering as well. We've had new guys join our local service team, providing just more accessibility for people to get in touch with us. We've also extended our operating hours to 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. AST. So yeah, we're learning and growing, and we're just trying to meet the needs of the market, really.
No, fantastic. And look, it's all about evolution. I mean, everyone does their ultimate best, at any stage of their existence. But really, it's listening to that feedback to identify ways of improving it. And we know, there's so many peaks and troughs in this industry, like any industry. So it's just navigating through that. And you guys have done exceptionally well. I mean, John, just a quick question. I mean, there was so much technology on show at your stand, and you've just covered a whole bunch of it on a short while ago. But if you could pick any product that has yet to be released and or produced as yet by Goodwe, what would it be? What would be your dream, product or service or something that you'd love to see next?
God,
Is there? I mean, you've done so much. It's hard to, it's a tricky question, I know.
What product would I love to see? I think just keep evolving what we already have. We already have the widest range in the industry. That's why it's such a tough question. It's like, well, we've got the widest range of inverters on the market. So adding another inverter may not be the best thing. I'd love to perhaps see an off-grid solution. I think that all-in-one is obviously something that people like. It's a much more simplified, more aesthetically pleasing solution. I think we just learn and grow with whatever the feedback is. Like we've already seen average home sizes increase from 5 kilowatts to average of 8 to 10. So I think we're just going to see, okay, what's next? How is that going to evolve? Obviously, we've had a lot of storms and bad weather here in Australia, and a lot of people lost power for a long time. So it's trying to provide that resilience. So that backup power is obviously very important to us. At the Brisbane Home Show a few weeks back, that was something that came up again and again and again. It used to be, okay, a battery's economical. Now it's more a case of, I need that backup power. I really need it. Even though people are grid connected, they still want that backup power because the climate change, the effects of climate change are making an impact in that way, and people want to keep things powered. They want essential items like lighting, refrigeration, air conditioning, whatever it may be. Some people may even need medical equipment powered. It's a lifeline for people. So energy storage is definitely that continually evolving field.
Look, I completely agree with you. And, what I suppose what excites me the most is when Goodwe launch their own electric vehicle, like so convertible, bi-directional charging. Every single state government, approves bi-directional charging at this point. And we start getting the EV, power behind, charge it with the sun, has backup capabilities, perfect solution for every single home.
I'll make a note and I'll fire it up the chain to headquarters.
Please do. I want a test drive as soon as the concept's been built. John, on a broader level, and we've touched on it throughout the podcast, but what changes would you like to see in the industry to better provide consumers confidence that renewables are a viable alternative to fossil fuel reliant technology?
I think because the adoption of electric vehicles, obviously you see a lot more of them on the road. There's a lot more options out there, and it's becoming more cost effective to purchase. I think that infrastructure needs to improve, particularly for long distances, so people have that confidence like, yep, I can go on a 300k road trip, and know that I can charge my vehicle at the other end on a fast charger and get back, and that charger's not going to be out of order, or there's not going to be a queue, or I don't have enough time. It's allowing people that just as you would fill up a fuel power car, you need that confidence. Like, yeah, okay, I can do whatever I want with my electric vehicle, and I know that I'm not going to be stranded on the side of a motorway, needing a heap of battery power. I think that is definitely the thing that needs to improve. And also, I think, again, from the home shows that we do, we see a lot of consumers talking about the disposal of batteries and disposal of solar panels, because of course they've been around for quite a while now. People are upgrading systems. A lot of stuff is being disposed of, and I think a lot of people are changing that mentality to adopting a greener lifestyle. But in the process of that, they want to know that whatever is old or needed replacing will be disposed of in an ethical and common sense manner. So I think a lot more facilities and show confidence to the consumer market that it's just not going to be landfill, or it's going to be dangerous stuff that needs to be disposed of in the right way.
No, I completely agree with you. And recycling of panels, as you mentioned, is becoming more of a concern now, because a lot of our consumers, especially who are the early adopters to solar power, they have got the older sort of 160 watt, 180 watt panels, and unfortunately they've got these things installed over 15 years ago, and they're starting to fail, or they just weren't built like they are built today. So that problem is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And look, of course, we are encouraging everybody to upgrade their solar system. And I know having peace of mind that panel is going to be recycled is going to be paramount. John, on a sort of, on a zero carbon, or how to achieve a net zero carbon future, which is obviously what we're playing for. I mean, what other small changes can people make in their own homes and businesses to move towards net zero?
I think we do a lot of community stuff. We're very passionate about giving back to the community. And part of that is not only donating systems to things like the Barrier Reef Legacy Team, which we're working with long term to try and protect all the species of coral in the Great Barrier Reef, but also regrow the Barrier Reef long term. In addition to things like that, that's obviously a major project, but there are small things that people could do in their daily life to help that, such as recycling, not littering or polluting the oceans, because it does have a major effect. Chatting to the guys up there and what they're showing me with coral bleaching, it's scary stuff. And people might think, oh yeah, it's coral, it's just pretty and stuff, but no, it accounts for a lot. It supports up to 1 billion people worldwide. And I think it has an effect on 25% of the marine ecosystem. So that's coral reefs in general around the world. They play a major part. And if things like the small things like recycling and just looking after the environment on a daily basis, things like that can make a big difference. And that's something we promote. We do, as you know, we do our Eco Smart Kids project, which we're about to relaunch, which is awesome. Very exciting. Looking forward to that. And that's something we tell the kids as well. We're not preaching. We're just saying, look, this is small things that you can do in your daily life. They're easy. You don't have to go out of your way. It's just common sense stuff. And all that really can add up to make it a large volume difference.
Absolutely. And once again, kudos to you guys as well for the Eco Smart Kids program. I mean, education is once again imperative to ensure the future generations that we're taking all the actions we're taking to protect, also understand why we're taking these actions and what they can, ultimately what they need to know and understand, so they can obviously take on board those actions too, and also give their parents a bit of a nudge where they need to embrace renewable energy technology and install solar and batteries. So, look, John, thank you so much for your time today, mate. I do appreciate it. It's been a massive week. We'll see if anyone watching or listening today, if you haven't seen content on it, we'll keep a lookout on our social media, as there will be a whole bunch of different shorts that we filmed at the Smart Energy Conference, and which will include Goodwe, and may include John lurking around drinking a cup of coffee from his very nicely branded coffee cup. But John, thank you for your time today, mate. I do appreciate it.
Pleasure. I'm going to pack now and head to the airport because I'm done for the week.
A good man. All right, buddy. You take care. So, guys, thank you once again for your time today. It's been awesome. Thanks to John. He's always a pleasure to have on the show. If anyone isn't up to date with the latest and greatest technology from Goodwe, you can jump onto a page that we've created for them on our website at energymatters.com.au/Goodwe. And also, if you have yet to take the plunge and go solar, please do. I mean, the fact is, it starts with as simple as getting a quote. And once you've got a quote, you can then determine whether or not that meets your needs, both financially as well as energy. And you can determine whether or not that system will give you what you're looking for, which ultimately has to be independence from the grid. So jump onto our website, energymatters.com.au/free solar quotes, and submit your request for a quote either for a residential or for a commercial solar system for your business, that is, and or both. If you haven't yet already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as our LinkedIn page as well for the latest and greatest stuff that we're working on in the corporate aspect. So thank you once again. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Take care. Thank you.